2, 1.
Welcome back to a special edition of Talk of Alabama. We are live on location in the city of Oxford. This entire broadcast dedicated to and sponsored by the city. And we're exploring what all it has to offer. One big centerpiece in the city is the Performing Arts Center. So this morning I'm hearing from the director, John Longshore. Thanks for sitting down with me, John.
Thanks so much for having me, Catherine.
Certainly. You were just telling me, so this is the busiest stage in Alabama?
That's right.
Okay.
The past 3 seasons, we presented more touring acts on our stage than any other venue in our state, something we're very proud of.
That is something to be proud of. That's very impressive. And what types of acts are we talking about?
So we present everything from bluegrass to Broadway and everything basically in between. Classic rock, classic country music, shows for families and children. It really runs the gamut.
We love that, and right here in the middle of downtown Oxford, centrally located. Tell me a little bit about the history of the Performing Arts Center.
Yeah, so our building originally opened in 1921. It was a school, later became City Hall, police station. To that end, we actually have a historic jail in our basement. So I guess if acts or audience members kind of act up, we have a jail on site, which is handy. But it's a beautiful historic venue that we're very proud of, and really the centerpiece of downtown Oxford.
We talked with Hunter just a moment ago about preserving some of that history, but then making it usable, making those facilities usable for modern day acts.
That's right.
And that's something that you all have done very well. We also heard about the Rubato International Piano Competition. I'm sure that's huge for the Performing Arts Center.
Absolutely. So this week we're hosting 15 students from around the world as they compete for the grand prize in our international piano competition.
A lot of fun, a lot of excitement, certainly for those participants, but then for the community to see world-class pianists performing. I also want to hear about, you mentioned that the building was a school, and
That's
now
right.
you all are going to be building a new school.
That's correct, Catherine. So we're in the planning stages of what will become a multidisciplinary school for the arts. So lessons in music, dance, theater, all those kinds of different performing arts genres, and we're in the planning stages now. It'll be located just a couple of blocks away from OPAC. In fact, we're partnering with Steinway & Sons Piano to help make that dream become possible.
Why is that a dream for the city? Why is that a dream for the Performing Arts Center?
I think in this area we have been kind of culturally underserved for a long time and want to make sure that students in Oxford and Calhoun County and beyond have access to really highly credentialed music instructors, and that's just part of our mission to make the arts and culture accessible to our community.
Exactly, and then everyone benefits from that too. You have a great base for the community to perform and to hone those skills and those talents, but you also have great acts coming in, and you're bringing in great talent as well. And speaking of, the current season is underway.
That's
so
right.
What are some of the fun events that we can expect?
We have Jamie Johnson coming to our stage. We have 4 Broadway musicals, including Tina, the Tina Turner musical, The Music Man, which is an exciting show that's coming up, as well as acts like Larry the Cable Guy. So it really does kind of run the gamut as far as multiple genres of arts and entertainment for people to enjoy, all at more affordable prices than you might see in a bigger city.
And a beautiful setting, too.
Absolutely.
That historic setting is always fun to be able to experience something new. John, what are you most proud of with the Performing Arts Center or the arts scene in Oxford?
I think our mission from day one is to make arts and culture accessible, and to that end we are, compared with other venues, a really affordable and accessible price point. So we have no ticketing fees, no parking fees. Our concessions are affordable. Our ticket prices are often a half or a third of what you may find in bigger cities, which means more people in this area get to see arts and culture and make it a meaningful part of their lives.
I love that. I think a lot of times when you're going to see a Broadway show or something, there can be a little bit of intimidation. There can be a little bit of, oh no, am I good enough to go see this art, you know? But you are making it accessible and saying everyone is welcome to come and experience this, because we know that art is life-changing.
Indeed,
Certainly.
very much so.
John, anything else to share about the future plans, the Children's Museum, the school, anything like that?
That's right. So adjacent to the School for the Arts will be the Alabama Children's Museum and Discovery Center, which we're in the final architectural design stages now, and so that'll be opening hopefully the first phase in a couple of years.
Okay, we'll look forward to that. A lot of great things on the horizon. John, thank you so much for spending some time with us and sharing what's new for the city of Oxford.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, coming up, we're going to hear a lot more about what is happening in the city of Oxford. We're going to take a little trip down to Choccolocca Park, and you may think, okay, the sports park, of course, they're hosting state competitions. When our team went over there, we found out there is so much more than meets the eye. A beautiful venue, kayaking, and even a fun outdoor space for events. So we're in racing too. So there's a racetrack built in. You're going to see all about that coming up on Talk of Alabama. We'll also hear about what's new for the Festival of Lights. We're hearing there is something big this year. So you want to tune in